Oh, there's the third one down.
You get it?
On my computer.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Parks Bros.
We live?
Woo! Yeah, we are. You should probably reload your stream, buddy. I don't know if you guys can hear us yet. H, try the sound real quick.
Professional.
Anything? Good? Alright. So, today we're just going to be talking about pretty much Hangtime in general. Nothing really like anything else. Maybe some like Knott's news, maybe some Disney news, because I went there last night. And there is some crazy stuff happening there. Any questions, H, that we have already? Because we have a lot of comments.
Not really questions. People are just saying hi.
I think I saw one about Accelerator.
Yeah, just
Information about Accelerator.
it's still down.
Yeah, it's still down. The most I can say is they're expecting a late March, early April opening now. Yeah, that's about all we know. Even the ride ops, I've asked some of the ride ops, and they're like, yeah, early March or late March, early April, and that's about the only time frame that anyone has right now. It really is just up to Intamin if they'll actually get their act together and, you know, actually do something. But yeah, let's jump right into it.
XX Phantom wants a shout out.
All right, Phantom, what's up? I don't know.
Did you?
Is that what?
XBC Gamer 29 says, "Did you notice the big jolt on Hangtime's corkscrew in daytime testing videos?"
Big jolt. Was there a big jolt? You don't know?
Apparently.
I didn't know about the big jolt. I mean, a coaster is supposed to move regardless. Because I mean, it deals with a lot of forces, and if it was completely still at all times, you'd actually have parts starting to break and crack and stuff like that, because there would be so much stress on those parts.
Hey, Zach is here.
Hey, Zach. Subscribe to Cali Coasters. Heyo, you're welcome, Zach.
We have a question about what is the dirt road and grassy areas right outside of Knott's?
Which ones? There are a couple behind Western Avenue near where like Accelerator and Hangtime are, and then there are some on the other side of La Palma, so which is where they keep the stables, and it's the big excess parking lot, if that makes any sense, and that's a giant dirt lot. If that's what you're talking about, I don't know if you're talking about that or not.
Is there an opening date for Hangtime?
Is there an opening date? No, there's not. But I did read on a Facebook post, somebody asked Knott's today when they posted their picture of the yellow train for Hangtime, they asked if there was going to be early entry for pass holders, and there is. So keep an eye out for that. I will make sure to post about it when they actually announced it. But yeah, there is going to be a pass holder event night for Hangtime. So that's really cool. We'll be able to ride it before pretty much, you know, the general public gets to go and ride it, which is very, very nice. Thank you, Knott's, for letting us do that. I'm sure the line's still going to be like 2 hours long plus. What's up?
Andrew's asking if he's late to the party.
No, you are not late to the party, Andrew. Oh, and also, guys that are watching right now, make sure to subscribe to the Dole Whippers Adventures. They do a bunch of Disney stuff, and they're really great. What?
I'm just looking at the videos attached to this.
Well, maybe you shouldn't. But yeah, also, if you guys are wondering why we're inside, we're in our living room right now, on our couch, with our pal Snoopy, who's like drowning. Hello. All right.
It is expected to rain soon.
Yeah, there is a 40-something% chance that it's gonna rain, so we didn't want to go outside. Also, it's still wet from it pouring yesterday at one point.
What?
Yeah. What's up?
That's a weird question. At Parks Bros,
No, it is
isn't
not Park Bros because we go to multiple parks. That's why it's Parks Bros, because we go to, like, I mean, we don't just go to Knott's. We don't just go to Disneyland.
And plus, Park Bros was taken.
Yes, Park Bros, yeah, Park Bros was taken like 6 times over, I think, too.
Yeah.
So, Snoopy, stay up. Okay. But yeah, let's actually start talking about Hangtime now, because that's realistically what we're going to be talking about, unless you guys have questions, and we will make sure to answer any question we get best we can.
Hit the mic.
Oh my gosh, Hunter. So Hangtime, the new Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster coming in Knott's Berry Farm. We do not know an opening date.
No.
We're guessing, at least I'm guessing, early May. And I know that kind of comes as a surprise to a lot of people, but they just started putting on the lighting package the other day. Yes, they've been testing for, what, 2 weeks now, almost? Week and a half? But
they still have to test it with the lights and all that stuff.
Well, also, they've only tested it with one train. They have to do all 3 trains.
Test all 3, yeah.
They do have to test the lights. They do also have to put in the concrete.
Oh, yeah.
For all of the queues like the exit and all of that.
Yeah, they still have to work out the queues, because if you don't have the queues, people are just going to be walking on dirt just to get my computer loaded.
Oh, poor Snoopy. Stop moving, dude. You keep killing Snoopy. I'm just going to put him right here. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's going to... Yep, okay.
He's really soft.
Yeah, he's top heavy. But, yeah, also you have all the fencing that they have to put up. The mural, from what I've seen, like, we went last week, and they've already gotten some great progress on the mural. That'll probably be done in a couple weeks' time. But the concrete is going to be the big deal breaker for it opening in, like, April during the Boysenberry Festival, you know, or March. I don't think that's happening. Concrete usually will take... I mean, with the way they're doing it, with the way they're doing the queue system and all the awnings and stuff, it's going to take at least another month. At least. So, I can see it being ready by, you know, the end of April.
But they still have to do all the extra stuff.
But, I mean, considering they're going to have, like, an early pass holder event, it might even be the end of April that we see. But I do not think it'll be open during the Boysenberry Festival.
No.
Any questions?
Maybe open by beginning Ghost Town Live. How will Hangtime stack up to the other smaller infinities?
Compared to the smaller infinities, I have no idea. The only Gerstlauer I've been on is Rewind Racer, at Adventure City, and that's like a kiddie boomerang. So I have no idea. From what I've heard, Monster is amazing. A lot of people's like top 10 have a Monster in it because it's just, I mean, it is Hangtime. It is the definition of Hangtime. Every inversion, every element, you're just barely going through it. But with Hangtime, like the Knott's Berry Farm coaster, the thing is, it goes through really fast. I'm sure you're gonna get some great Hangtime, believe me, with like the negative G stall loop, but it is not nearly as Hangtime focused as, you know, Monster or the other infinities, except for maybe Smiler. Smiler it does not focus on Hangtime. It just wants as many inversions as possible. Also, it's a good thing we're not outside. It just started raining really, like, actually. Yeah, the fact that we can hear it in here, it's raining hard enough. Wow.
You sure that's not my laptop?
Oh, I'm sure, Hunter. I can hear it from both sides of the house. What are you doing?
I'm listening to my laptop. Yes, it is. It actually sounds like
part of it. I'm just gonna put Snoopy in my lap. So yeah.
Do you think Hangtime could be rushed? Not really.
Considering how they've done it so far, I don't think so. I mean, they could rush it, but I don't want them to. Because whenever Knott's rushes something,
it doesn't really.
It's not a good thing. Either way, I think theme parks should take their time on everything, to make sure it's, you know, perfect. And I mean, we've seen that with a lot of rides. For Disney, we've seen that a lot for a lot of rides. They made sure, like, there were some rides they opened up a year later you know, just to make sure they got it right. But yeah, hang time, I think they should just take their time and make sure it's ready. Either way, it's going to open by June at the very latest. You know, it's not going to open past that. So Togo flashbacks. Bye, Phantom. See you on the next one. Okay. Oh.
Does Hangtime have shoulder restraints? No, it does not.
No, hang time does not have over the shoulder restraints. It has lap bars. It has like clamshell lap bars at that too. So like what you'd find on a B&M Hyper or
like
Giga.
Fury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Their time is gonna be insane on this thing. I think there's the belts on it. I don't even know. From what I've seen, I haven't even seen like pictures of like regular belts.
Yeah, no.
So it's just been like just clamshell.
Yeah.
But yeah, they look like really comfy restraints.
No, I do not want to update Steam right now. Sorry, my computer's actually loading. I just click Google. That should be good.
No, you won't fall out. It's not gonna happen. I mean, they've done already over 100 ride cycles with the actual water-filled dummies in them already, and none of them have fallen out. So if they can do 100 test cycles with those in there, you'll be fine. You won't fall out. You'll be good.
That Marsuru thinks that infinity restraints are better than clamshells.
Are they? I wouldn't know. I've never been on an Infinity, and I've actually never been on a B&M Hyper either.
Yeah.
So I just know a lot of people that I know, like Taylor, Chad Grant, a lot of those guys. They always talk about how comfy the clamshells are. So I take their word for it. So how fast is hang time? There's no official number. But how fast is Ghost Rider? 56 miles an hour, right? So Ghost Rider's 56, and that's 153 foot tall.
About, I don't know.
And that's at an angle of descent of like 60 something degrees, right? So if you deduce that, and hang time has a 96 degree drop.
Sorry.
Actually, if anything, I think hang time will be, my guess is 57 miles an hour. And I'm sure there's probably an official stat on that. I just don't remember it. But yeah, I think it'll be faster than Ghost Rider. I mean, how could they miss that marketing ploy, you know? Like, oh yeah, we've got the fastest new coaster, and
it says 57 on their site, apparently.
Oh, 57, okay. So I was right. Hey, guessing for the win. But yeah, I mean, it won't be faster than Accelerator, but it will be the second fastest coaster in the park, which is very nice. Yeah. Well, okay, Zach. The thing is, we do know a lot about pretty much every coaster in Southern California, but the problem is, Knott's has been very secretive with everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't let anybody know that they were going to be testing during the day yesterday. I would have gone to Knott's instead of Disneyland if they had said that, you know? Like, makes me sad. Because, yeah. I mean, there were some crazy things happening at Disneyland with construction. Like, Chippendale, the parking structure bottom lot, just, like, doesn't exist anymore. It's the tram loading site now. So, but that's actually a topic for a video that will hopefully be coming out tonight, maybe tomorrow.
Zach's just giving us a hard time, apparently.
Yeah, of course Zach is giving us a hard time. But yeah, those construction updates will hopefully come out in the next couple days.
Will it load? Buffering.
You found Carnan, and it's very comfortable. Oh, on the brake ride, on the brake run, they dig into you. That makes sense. Most restraints end up doing that on a brake run. At least hang time. I mean, the only brake run it has is the holding brake, and then also like on I mean the final brake run. Then that's about it. And with a holding brake, I don't think it'll dig in too much. because the restraint will be pushed outwards for the most part. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but I do know it comes into that final brake run going pretty fast, at least
Yeah.
from what it looks like. Also, I mean, they were testing it in the rain yesterday, and that was the first time it actually looked slower than I thought it would. So I guess in the rain it does run slower, but I mean, a rain ride, come on. It's a rain ride. It's going to be great. I mean,
Confused by what Andrew just said.
what did he say? Do you think surrounding the actual track be plain Jane or so? Oh, from what we've seen, it's going to be pretty plain. It's going to be like just grass and concrete. And then you've got a giant mural of the ocean with at sunset, which is going to be very pretty. It's going to be like pink and red and stuff. But yeah, that's about it. It's going to be pretty plain. They're trying to go for the surfer theme, but it's just going to be like that 50s/60s Googie architecture that you see with Accelerator Station and like
You just
Coast
say
Rider
goofy?
Googie. I'm not kidding. That's what that architecture called.
I thought you were trying to say groovy.
No, not groovy. Googie. Yeah, it's Googie architecture. And that was like 50s, 60s, like with those circles and the V's and stuff.
Will Hangtime overshadow other coasters in the park and fall behind Accelerator and Ghost Rider?
I think it'll be the best ride in the park. Now the only thing I could see it not like that would contest it being best ride in the park would be its length. Without the chain lift and without the holding brake, the ride itself is 30 seconds long. With the holding brake and with the chain lift, the ride is 1.5 minutes long. So you gotta take that into what's going on. But I mean, it is a vertical lift, and everybody loves. Well, a lot of people love that I know of vertical lift hills. And I mean, I've never been on a vertical lift. I've never been on a beyond vertical drop. So I have no idea how these elements are gonna feel. So I'm kind of inexperienced in that sort. I still haven't even gotten on El Loco yet in Las Vegas, which makes me really sad. Hopefully we will get there this year. Yeah, that'll be like probably in April if we do.
That was loud.
Yeah, it was loud.
Why has Accelerator been down since November? One of Accelerator's main parts exploded.
Okay, whoa. Okay. There are a couple different things that have been going around for Accelerator. Like there are a lot of ops saying different things, and the main one that we've heard most we mentioned in our What Happened to Accelerator video, and that was like,
donuts.
hey, our Dunkin' Donuts are here. Whoa! How about that, Parkstad coming in clutch with our Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, you got me a coffee. Oh, it's a chai. Thank you. But yeah, the main thing we've heard is that a part burst in the engine with the hydraulic system, and then that part was no longer made by Intamin, so they didn't. Yeah, they had to like remake the blueprints. And then also another thing I've heard is the catch car was actually like going against the cable. So yeah, Duncan, by the way, if you want to sponsor.
No, I don't want to learn more. Jeez.
Do we have a towel or something?
We have wet napkins. Bet you won't click. I won't click.
But the other thing we've heard is that the catch car was rubbing against the cable, and it actually, if it was going to do one more test run, it would have snapped the cable. So that's something we've heard, and they have also had to replace the catch car and replace the cable. And I can believe all these.
The cubbies were broken too. Apparently.
Yeah, the cubbies were. I don't know if they fixed them yet. I know they like did a repaint on them, but like I don't know if they're completely fixed yet. But yeah, it's a mess for Accelerator. What's up?
Oh, Andrew, Matt knocked misspelled Hangtime.
That's fine. Happens.
And apparently, Hangtime was faster in the rain, same as Ghost Rider.
I definitely didn't look like it. The first test run looked way faster than it. A lot of times in the rain it'll feel faster because you've got things pelting you in the face. So
Why would you ask that question? But okay. When do you foresee the first accident Hangtime will have?
I don't think it'll have an accident.
It might have one.
I could see it having a rollback, but there are systems in place to,
Deal with that.
have that not happen. And I mean, the thing is with the Smiler, that was just people error. It wasn't the ride itself. It was the ride operator not paying attention.
Yeah.
Ho ho ho. Okay.
Double chocolate to mine.
Look at the. Oh, hold it up, Duncan. What a fantastic job you do.
4, 5, 6,
Oh,
7,
man.
8, 9, 10. We have 10.
Duncan, you're great.
Wait, no.
Hey, is this a gold medal? Hey, yeah, it is with the Snickerdoodle Center. Oh, Duncan. America runs on it, right?
No.
Looking for that
American
sponsorship.
runs on double chocolate donuts only. Nothing else.
But yeah, I don't. I could see it having rollbacks. I don't think it'll be. Oh, you already have a napkin. Okay. I don't think it'll be like a major accident or anything. Because when it gets to the break run, it stops pretty immediately. So. But yeah. The next thing, let's talk about the holding brake. The holding brake that we saw for the first like week of testing, it wasn't actually really completely stopping the train. It was just slowing it down to like 1 or 2 miles an hour and then letting it drop. But then the last like 2-3 days, they've been stopping it completely at the very edge of it. So I don't know, Hunter. Do you think it'll be better with, an actual like hold complete, or I don't know? What do you think?
Oh.
Go back to your phone. But yeah, I think it'll be better with it slowing down and not stopping completely. But I do think the GP will appreciate the fact that it stops completely, because they'll freak out and be like, "Oh my gosh, it's stuck!" That type of deal. Is it? Go back to live. Oh, let's eat my gold medal donut hole. It's like cake. But yeah, I mean, they're gonna stop it completely, I'm pretty sure.
Apparently, someone's heard that they will film Final Destination 5 on Hangtime.
Really?
I don't know.
I mean, cool. I'll be honest, I never cared for like the Final Destination movies, so I'm kind of biased in that way.
I don't even know what they're about.
Can you get a shout out, NHW23? I don't know. The NHW23. My bad. Sorry.
Can you? Video playback into. It's been a long time since I've seen that screen.
Yeah, it's like 2008 type deal. Wow. But it's still working on your phone, right? Just use that. That is true that Takabisha's doesn't stop completely. But I mean, the thing is with Hangtime, the whole reason they have the holding brake is because they wanted a bigger throughput with having 16 riders per train instead of 8. Chew with your mouth closed. Chew with your mouth closed.
What?
Chew with your mouth closed, dude. Come on. But the whole reason they have the holding brake is just for a better throughput. Because without the holding brake, you can only have 8 riders per train, and then... Yeah. I mean, the lines would be kind of ridiculous. But with having 16 riders per train every, like, minute or so, that's a lot better than it would have been with just 16 or 8 riders per minute, you know. Sure, the drop actually probably would have been like 105 degrees or so, or maybe even steeper, and it would have been just immediate if there was only 8 riders per train. But they would have had to change the entire layout because it would have been like ejector air time on the little hill right after. So the holding brake is just there for throughput.
Apparently, Hangtime's testing right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
I believe that. Too bad we don't have the time today to go. Because I would love to go right now and see it. And we have even less time tomorrow. That's why we're not doing the podcast tomorrow, and we're doing it today. So.
Apparently
Also, I think the rain stopped.
Apparently Zach's looking right now. Well, I am too, so.
But, yeah, I mean, the holding brake's just for necessity. Which kind of sucks. Oh, but I mean, it does get a lot more people to go on it, like, that aren't into coasters. Because they'll be like, ooh, holding brake, you know. I mean, the dive coasters are GP machines. Now, will I say that Hangtime is a dive coaster? No. It's a Gerstlauer Infinity to me, to be honest.
It is Hangtime testing right now, not
Hangtime. Oh, it is Hangtime. I have no idea. Probably? Maybe? I don't know.
Apparently people say they don't see it.
Oh, okay.
May not be paying.
Sorry, Phantom.
Yeah.
But I'm not Mother Nature.
We do not control the weather. Though that would be cool, we cannot.
Would it be cool?
I mean...
It's like butterfly effect stuff, you know?
What kind of donut is
I have no idea. It's like blue with like chocolate pebble.
Is it mint?
I don't know, but I just bit the side of my cheek and it really hurts.
The Final Destination 6.5 came out years ago about the bridge. So it's unlikely because they've done roller coaster already. Again, we don't really care for Final Destination.
How long do you think the average wait will take for around the first month? I have no idea.
5 hours.
Okay, no.
Okay, so and while Hangtime's there, Ghost Rider will be able to walk on all day.
Okay, no. Ghost Rider will still be like an hour. I don't know. I think Hangtime, the first month is really hard to predict. But the first week, it's going to be like 2 hours, at least.
Wait, I won? Sorry, I'm playing a game in the background.
But,
I didn't even realize I won.
But yeah, the first week I could see it being like an hour and a half, 2 hours at least. And then like the first month, I could see the average wait time being like an hour, maybe a little more. Maybe up to 2 hours a day. But it'll also depend on the day. Because if you go during like a Tuesday in May, you know, it's not going to be too bad.
No.
It'll probably be an hour or so, but that's not near as bad as it could be.
Apparently you have to purchase lockers at King's Dominion now.
Yes, I saw that this morning, that you have to purchase lockers. I hate the idea of purchasing lockers. You good?
I have hiccups now.
Obviously. I'm okay with the idea of lockers themselves. I'm not a big fan of them, especially when you have to get lockers. I like cubbies way more. I get that they take, more time to get people through. But I do think it's ridiculous when you have to pay for the lockers, even though you have no choice to get the lockers,
Like the lockers at Mummy at Universal, you don't have to pay. You just need a...
Yeah, they were free.
Yeah. They were free for about half an hour, an hour.
Yeah, which is, I mean, the max wait time you'll come with that unless, you know, you're there on the busiest day of the year.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Which is the day after Christmas.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I don't see the point in making people pay for lockers. I got really annoyed with that at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Every time I wanted to go on Joker, I had to pay another $1. I mean, you do the same thing at Magic Mountain, but that's only for X2. There are no other coasters that you have to pay for a locker.
Well, you don't have to pay for it.
Or actually, there's not even really any lockers except for like at Tatsu and X2, but you only have to do it for X2.
There's also lockers at Goliath and Batman, but people don't use them.
Yeah, no one uses them. Because they allow you to put your stuff at the station. Like, I just don't see the point. You know? It just makes me sad. Because at Discovery Kingdom, I think I spent like $6 just on lockers themselves. Just because for every ride except for like V2 and... Yeah, V2. V2 was the only ride that didn't need a locker that we went on. The heck's with that? You know?
What's with your hair?
Oh. It's called It's Long. Aren't you glad we were getting haircuts today?
Yeah, you actually just fixed it because it was all in weird strands.
Oh, yeah, it's probably because last night with the rain, it just, like, came down.
I have a new mask for the Atom. Yeah, it looks okay.
Do I think Hangtime will be cloned?
Possibly, but...
Well, if Takabisha can get cloned, anything can be cloned, to be honest.
King
Granted...
If King Dakar can be cloned, anything can be cloned. But King Dakar has not been cloned yet, so...
It's pretty much a clone of Top Thrill.
Except taller.
It's taller and faster, and it has over-the-shoulder restraints.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it could be cloned. I don't know. If it goes anywhere, it would probably be in Europe, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really see any point of cloning it like on the East Coast because they've already got enough like infinities, you know, like with like Casino Pier and Tantrum that's coming out this year, and I don't see the point because they have a surplus of Gerstlauer infinities already.
Yeah.
So.
Take...
Yeah, it is taking up half the Reddit page. Do you know the day it opens? No, we have no idea yet. Not said they were going to release it in the next couple of weeks, though, so we'll see. Go to SeaWorld San Diego. We're planning on it. Yeah. We're hoping to get down there for Electric Eel, get all the credits there. It is it's transactions at a theme park. That's all it is. It's really annoying.
Basically.
Saying on their website that it was open on summer 2018. Now it's just saying 2018 in general. Does that mean earlier release? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Do an update on Electric Eel. Well, when we go, it'll probably already be done. So,
yeah,
it's kind of harder for us to get down there because it's about 2 hours plus for a drive, and we don't have like a SeaWorld pass. So, you're debating if you should go to SeaWorld San Diego today. Should you go? I mean, if you feel like it, if you want to ride Manta a bunch, I'd do it. Oh, that's right. Scream does require the lockers. I forgot about that because I haven't been on Scream in forever.
Oh, right. They do. Yeah, Scream and next year are the only ones that are technically required.
Yeah, Theme Park Fun. Go check out his upcoming Electric Eel update. That'll be a good one.
Okay. Maybe I will.
Cats, oh
Maybe I won't.
I'm glad your cats like us too. Helix can't be cloned. Well, okay, yeah, and Lightning Rod can't be cloned, and yeah, I get it. The terrain coasters you can't really clone. Ghost Rider's favorite ride? Yeah, same here. Ghost Riders will be shorter. I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. Oh, you're right. They are Eurofighters. My bad. Yeah, Hydrus and Tantrum are Eurofighters. My bad. Yeah, I'm getting the two mixed up now. This is what happens when you've never really been on a real Gerstlauer. Um, have you heard anything about Harley Quinn? No, nothing at all. I don't even know if they started work on it yet, to be honest. Um, really, you have a bunch of Bring a Friend free tickets? If we could use those for SeaWorld, I mean, just tell us a day. Probably like a Saturday, but yeah, that would be. Well, okay, not in the next coming weeks, but like April, May. Really? July? You'll be in Europe for half of July. But that would be awesome if we could use those. I mean, eventually. I don't know when we'll be able to go, so we'll have to figure that out. What's the point of the vertical lift hill? What would happen if they needed an evac? Well, there are
rollback system.
Electromagnets that will slowly lower the train back into the block brake section right out of the station. So it won't get stuck going vertical. It's and if it does, it's very improbable. But if it gets stuck up top on the holding brake, they do have an elevator system that they could get up there and either let them go or, I mean, get them off slowly one by one. I don't know how they do that, though. That would be kind of complicated. Any other theme parks you don't usually go to and you're thinking about going to? There are a lot this year. We don't usually go to... Well, I mean, we have never been to Lagoon, but we're thinking about it. We just need to figure out a day. Or, well, like 2 or 3 days that we could drive to Utah and then spend a day there and drive back. Which we may have to leave at like 10 p.m. at night, and then it might be the only way to do it. But yeah, SeaWorld, we're going to check out Electric Eel, hopefully. And then I don't think we'll get to Legoland. I miss Legoland. We used to go a lot. But that was when we were younger and we were scared of coasters.
We're getting a lot of Black Manta.
We are going to Ohio, hopefully, in the first week of August.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Okay. But yeah, we'll hit up Kings Island, Kentucky Kingdom, Cedar Point, maybe Holiday World. We'll see about that. And then also we're gonna try, like this is probably the least probable out of everything. We will try to get back up to NorCal this year to ride Railblazer and like Harley Quinn if we can. But that's probably the least probable. There's no other plans that we really have this year. But next year we have some more plans. We're thinking of like maybe a southern trip, like do Dollywood, Carowinds over Georgia. I don't know what you guys think of that, but we'll always take suggestions on that. I've also thought about a Pennsylvania, New Jersey trip, but I don't know when that would be. So we'll try and figure it out. There are only 7 operating Infinity coasters. 3 under construction. Oh yeah, the one at Bajabin. I don't know how to say that, to be honest. But Bajabin, I can never. I just look at it and I'm like, hey, Bobby Park.
Bobejon.
It's not Japanese, dude.
That's not Japanese.
No.
That was a Frenchish accent.
Was it though? We should go to Hershey Park. I'd love to go to Hershey Park, but the problem is it's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And not if it was in Western Pennsylvania, we could possibly try and do it. But since it's, in Eastern Pennsylvania, it's going to be harder to get to because it's like a 4 or 5 hour drive from Cincinnati. So, is it confirmed that Bob will get a Gerstlauer triple launch? Yes, it is confirmed. It will be a triple launch coaster in 2019. Um, if we need a Walt Disney World correspondent, yeah. I mean, if Andrew, if you're willing, just let us know. um, I wish I could go with you guys, but it's just not gonna happen. So, boy, we need a whole meetup at the log ride. Why the log ride? Why not?
His dad works on it. He's been commenting the entire stream.
Well, okay, log ride is doable. Actually, Park's dad used to work on the log ride too. So, expedition extended landscape construction. Yes, let's see some good videos. In other states, maybe see theme park reviews. I would love to do some more theme park reviews. I still kind of want to do one on Great America, if you guys are willing to listen to that. Because I've been to Great America 3 times now.
I haven't.
That's okay, buddy.
At all.
Soon.
0.
Soon, buddy. Hopefully.
No.
I would love to give my thoughts on that park. Because I do know the park pretty well after 3 visits.
I don't know the park at all.
See, Hunter, I was... Okay, his dad does work on Hangtime. Come on. They took out the best ride. I actually never got to go on Loggers Run. I only went on the Endeavor the last time I went there, too. Didn't care for Endeavor. The restraints killed it for me. I wouldn't... Bless you. I would not mind to be a construction YouTuber. I'm completely okay with that. I've actually got like 2 or 3 construction updates coming out in the next couple days too, just for Disneyland, because there's so much going on. Yeah, Tiki Waka does have the same color scheme as Hangtime. Andrew says bless you.
Thanks.
Yeah, okay. I want to talk about the color scheme a little bit for Hangtime. That blue with that, like, beige? Tan type? I don't even know what to call that color. I love that. The original was going to be, like, the blue with a silver, like, silver supports, and I think they made the right choice in not having the supports be silver. No, you get off Xbox, dude.
I'm still talking.
Ugh. Yeah, I think it'll be a water expansion too, or a water park expansion too at CGA. Just because where it is, it's not going to be a hyper. Because how are they going to maneuver a hyper and it supports where it is, you know? And I mean, I do think they need a water park expansion regardless, because the water park was really lacking when I've been there. I just never see it. I never saw a point to go in there, so. But Hunter, what do you think of the Hangtime color scheme?
I think it's good.
You think it's good?
Yeah.
Is there any color scheme that beats it out?
Not really. Just really like it.
Well, I think it's my favorite color scheme in the park. I do think Ghost Rider at night looks amazing with it, like, looking black and then with the orange lights. But that's only at night, you know? With Hangtime, Accelerator's color scheme is something. Ooh. I'm kind of glad I didn't really see it when it was, you know, first opened, because that color scheme was bright as can be. But yeah, I don't know. I do think Hangtime is the best color scheme in the park, to be completely honest. I mean, Sierra Sidewinder's kind of plain. Montezuma is just like, it's just orange, you know. Coast Rider is yellow and white, which is kind of like a yellow, orange, and white, and that's kind of meh. But Hangtime, I think, is definitely the best color scheme in the park. Not in SoCal, I don't think. I love Twisted Colossus's color scheme. Excuse me. Because just that the blue RMC track on a white structure is just gorgeous. Hunter, what do you think is the best color scheme in SoCal? Kind of random, but
Rewind Racer.
Rewind Racers, really? That orange with the white supports?
I was joking.
I mean, I do love Rewind Racers. It was way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that I don't know. Radiator Springs Racers?
Radiator Springs Racers?
I don't know. If though frosting. God.
Alright, well. Dude, that's just like concrete / tarmac and then blue and red cars.
There's also green ones.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think if they put the hyper in CGA, I mean, they're definitely gonna put, in CGA hyper, but it's gonna be definitely near that lake area next to flight deck.
Goofy,
It is kind of cold right now.
Goofy's
it's
Fly
been raining the
School.
past 2.
Goofy Sky School.
He's fine age. If they gave it a repaint, I would say possibly, because that blue is nice. What are your top 3 bucket list coasters? I adore this question because it makes me really think, because I've got weird bucket list coasters.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna limit it to the ones that I'm going to ride this year, possibly. Because otherwise there are too many. Top 3, I would definitely say this is gonna be really bizarre to a lot of people.
Yes, it is. It will forever be bizarre to everyone, including yourself.
Number 3, Blue Streak. I want to get on Blue Streak. Like, and I know that's really weird because, Millennium Force and Steel Vengeance and all these other better coasters are at Cedar Point. But I just really want to get on Blue Streak. I want to feel, what the old traditional Woodies feel like, because I'm a sucker for wooden coasters, I've figured out. So, and then number 2 would be Lightning Run, because I just love ejector airtime as well. So that'll be great. I know, more than Storm Chaser. Also, one of my favorite color schemes on a coaster. Not a big fan of the supports, but the track itself is... Oh, that lightning blue. It's so good. And then number 1, Voyage. I want to get on Voyage really bad. But that'll only happen if we actually get to Holiday World. Dark red and light blue. That's always a nice look. Do you think the blue and orange Hangtime train looks like a Tide Pod? Sure.
Okay, what is something I would have thought would be better for that color of the trains?
Mm-hmm.
If they matched the color of the scrambler cars.
They could have.
So, pink, yellow, and
Orange.
yeah.
They could have. I just...
Then they would just have to switch out the white for pink.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it looks like a Tide Pod. I mean, it's orange and blue. I don't know. It's...
Look what just loaded.
Nailed the question. Top 3 bucket list coasters in Europe. Oh, you didn't even answer your top 3.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. In Europe, I would say number 3, iSpeed. Number 2... Ooh, number 2...
That was a weird noise.
Yeah, it was a weird noise. Number 2, Wildfire. Number 1, Expedition G-Force. Also, I'll throw in there like an extra one. Octobanen at in Denmark. Oh, it's considered the oldest coaster still running. Do Do you think Hangtime can draw a lot more of the Six Flags Thrill Seekers crowd? Maybe. I don't know. The Knott seems to be a pretty thrill seekers park a lot of the time in summer, regardless. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe. I think it'll. I mean, it's definitely gonna bring in more visitors, but I don't know if it'll be like the Six Flags, fanboys or anything. What ride would you say at Knott's will be next on the chopping block? Oh yes, Tivoli Gardens. Yes, that's where it's. Um, I'm like losing my mind today. Next on the chopping block for Knott's. I don't know. I do think that the biggest question mark right now. Would you stop playing Xbox, dude? You're clicking and it's picking up on the mic every time. I would say the biggest question mark for me right now is Bigfoot Rapids, believe it or not. I don't think they'll take it out, but I do think something will happen with that. Besides, what?
Maybe an update to it.
No, I don't think an update, but maybe like a change of things. I do think the next coaster or well, maybe not next coaster, but I do think the next ride that would probably be on the chopping block is. Ooh, this is actually really tough, Andrew. You're getting me, man. I almost want to say the bumper cars. But I don't think they'll take out the bumper cars. I don't think they'll take out Montezuma. I don't think they'll take out Jaguar. They're both in, like, very, very custom spots, unless they took out both at the same time.
Montezuma is one of the original coasters there, so they're probably not taking out Montezuma ever unless it really breaks down really bad.
I'm actually going to say Bigfoot. Bigfoot, I think, has the biggest chance of going. And I know that's really bizarre to some people, but I do think there's going to be an expansion that way. So, especially with their purchase of the property past Western Avenue. So, what do you think Knott's next new big coaster will be? If they get the expansion right, maybe a Hyper. Maybe a Giga. There was a Giga rumored in 2005. They were actually going to go through it with it, but it was going to go over Ghost Town, and they were like, nope, don't do that. Stop vibrating the controller, dude. Goodness. Sad to say is turning into a cheap, but I mean, I guess. Jaguar's too boring of a ride to actually keep. The problem is it's got such a custom footprint that you can't like replace it with anything besides maybe a flat ride, in the station area. That's the only bad thing about Jaguar. Yes, you did. You did get us. I do think Montezuma is possibly on the chopping block, but with Montezuma, I don't know if they'd actually. They won't take it out in the next year, at least, because it's the 40th anniversary. Also, what are they going to put in that spot? It's such a custom footprint, It's so thin and so long that what are you going to put there? Everyone keeps saying a 40 free spin, but there's no way a 40 free spin is fitting in that space. They're too wide to fit in that space, unless you get a freaking Intamin Zack spin, which we all know Intamin's not been working with Cedar Fair regardless.
Zack spin.
They'll never take out Wacky Soapbox, man. Sad. Well, either way, that's made by Intamin. The Impulse are made by Intamin. I mean, Intamin's being a little kid with Cedar Fair right now with Accelerators parts, pretty much. So, I don't think Intamin's going to be coming back to Cedar Fair for at least a couple years. So, I don't think an Impulse will go there. I think an Impulse would be a perfect spot. Or perfect fit for that spot, but Also, when was the last time Intamin made an Impulse? You know? So. But yeah, let's get back to Hangtime a little bit. What do you think your favorite element on that ride will be? Are you playing right now?
Probably the drop.
Would you stop? Hunter, you're just clicking and it's picking up on the freaking microphone. Oy. Wait 10 minutes. Goodness.
4 minutes, technically.
Oh, there's an 8-hour time difference between us? Are you from the UK by chance? Or Ireland? Just curious. But British. Very cool. Well, it's awesome. I wish I could go back to the UK right now, actually.
But you can't.
Well, you can in July.
I can in July, but I won't.
Yeah, Hunter will be in London in July, so I don't know when.
That'll be creepy if you find me, though.
A 9-hour difference. So France, Spain, Germany.
Poland. No, I'm just kidding. Poland's 10.
What do you think your favorite part of Hangtime will be? Well, H, what do you think your favorite? You said the drop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think my favorite part is going to be that airtime hill. Because realistically, it's going to act as a double down after the overbank turn. It's going to be pretty much a double down because that overbank turn, you're going to twist, you're going to snap back to 0 degrees, and you're going to, I mean, you're going to get airtime from that, and then you're going to get giant airtime.
You see that?
What? Would you stop?
Sorry.
I think the airtime hill though. Also, it's been going really fast over the airtime hill, so yes, it's gonna be great. What do you think is next for Knots? Next year? I have no idea.
Maybe just a flat ride.
But where? Where are you gonna put a flat ride?
Maybe in the dirt lot, but then they have to build.
Yeah, then they have to build a bridge, and yeah, exactly.
Maybe they'll take out Soul Spin. Who knows?
No, it's been running. It's been running pretty well lately.
Joking.
Okay. All right. It's a really tough question.
Do you do private shows? What?
Home park is Blackpool, and second is Alton Towers. So you're okay. So you're a little farther north. Okay.
Yes, Scotland.
It's not. It's not. Okay, that's not Scotland. But
near. You said up north, so I just
obviously.
I don't know.
I don't know what you mean by do private shows. I have no. I don't know what that means.
Maybe that sounds a little creepy.
Yeah, but. Yeah, I think definitely though the airtime hill is gonna be my favorite part of the ride because you're gonna pull like negative G's at that point. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Second favorite part of the ride will probably be the negative G stall loop because I love hang time.
Because that's a word.
Yeah, it is. Least favorite ride at Knott's. Hunter.
Of the stuff I've been on, probably Jaguar.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I'll go on it, it's just, I don't really like it that much.
Either Timberline Twister
Oh, God.
or Linus Launcher.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Suicide Gliders.
No, actually, I've gotten used to it. As long as I'm the one steering and not
Garrick.
the crazy ones.
Starring Robin Williams, who is now dead.
Oh.
Yeah. Why did I bring that up? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why you did. Coast Rider, if you ride it correctly, is not as bad. You just gotta, like, put your elbows on the restraint the whole time, you know?
I pay Bitcoin, me and IQ to all for myself. That's really creepy.
Okay.
I mean, Bitcoins are worth a lot of money right now. So.
Less now than they were a couple weeks ago.
I know, but still.
But yeah, I would say either Timberline Twister or Linus Launcher. Both of them hurt so bad. Yes, I'm technically a foot taller than I should be on Timberline Twister, and that probably was why. But man, it was bad. And Linus Launcher was just painful. Would you stop banging on the freaking computer? Just I used to work in Camp Snoopy. Just got a job at Disney. Oh, very cool. Congrats on the job at Disney. Very cool. Yeah, I went to Disney last night, and everything's changing. Holy cow. I just got to make sure I get those videos up in the next couple days. Because I've got probably like 4 videos I could do from yesterday. So... what are rides that you think will never be taken out? The problem is, at one point or another, Knott's is gonna go under. It won't stay forever.
Like I said, Montezuma will probably stay for a while until it basically just withers away.
Well, the maintenance cost is a big issue with that ride.
True.
I'd love to say Ghost Rider, but I could see it leaving. To be honest, I think the most secure is Silver Bullet. Because B&M is still able to, put money into that ride with the new train that they gave them last year. So now they have 3 trains instead of 2. So we know they are willing to make, more trains and, be able to refurb that ride to the best of their ability. Because, I mean, it is a flagship for the park. It's like the equivalent of Gatekeeper, at Cedar Point for Knott's.
Like with the giant Cobra roll just standing above the entrance.
I think Log Ride's pretty secure, too.
It's also been there a while.
But the thing is, they've changed it a lot in the past couple of years, even with their newest change. Which, I mean, is a good thing, because they're still putting money into it. Yeah, I don't know. I think Log Ride will stay, but it won't be the same Log Ride that we know, in 15 years' time. I mean, we've already seen that difference 10 years ago. Like, the ending's completely changed and everything, so...
Do you use mousse in your hair?
No, I don't use mousse.
I do when I do a percussion performance, but I don't like it.
I took a shower like an hour and a half ago or something.
Yeah.
What would you change about Knott's if you could?
It's Calico Mine safe.
I would change their interaction with the coaster enthusiast fan base.
Would Calico Mine change?
What?
Would Calico Mine change? The mine ride.
Yeah, no, I know. I think it's pretty safe. I think it has a better chance of being taken out than the Log Ride. But I think it's
still
pretty
draws
safe.
a big enough crowd.
The problem is the ride system itself. They might have to redo that.
Yeah.
Like 15 years, 20 years down the line. So. not the chain lift for Calico Mine. Yeah, I don't know. If I was to change what Knott's does, I would change their relationship with the coaster enthusiast fan base. Because you saw all of Cedar Fair, all the other parks that were getting coasters, they were teasing month after month after month about a new ride. And then Knott's was just like they put out one teaser the week before. And that was it. And everything they've kept super secretive to the point where it's kind of annoying. And you're getting, I mean, all those moms and dads that are looking on Facebook now that are like freaking out. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to ride this, now that they're announcing everything and testing it during park hours and stuff like that. But, I don't know. It just makes me kind of sad. Mine Ride is actually the most popular ride in the park, as it can have over 250 people on it every 7 to 8 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely got the largest capacity in the park. I mean, it's the same thing with like Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. You know, it's got the highest capacity in the park because it can just keep putting people through because it's a long enough ride. And I mean, Calico, each train can fit, I don't even know how many people. You figure 6 people plus per car, you know, on a good day. So, yeah, that's the good thing. But the ride system itself is, I mean, it's kind of outdated now. It's the same system as like Casey Jr. That would be a better look. Except Casey Jr. is actually powered with a motor, where Calico is pretty much gravity driven. So, Hangtime is going to be the world record for what?
Why do you want us to show you our feet? That is really creepy.
In between the rapids area and the bumper cars, the back is pretty barren. Is there a possibility of an addition back there? The problem is that's where the western entrance is.
10 people in a car in one mine ride. That makes sense.
Yeah, 10 people a car. That I've actually seen that before too. I don't think they'll do anything with their because they do have the western entrance right there. And it's also where the train goes through too. There's not really much room to put anything there. So unless they move the train, which they won't, I don't see anything going there. Besides, maybe they could put a little, you know, a refill station right next to the bumper cars or something. Which, I mean, they don't even open all the time. They only open... I've only seen the refill stations open once out of the 30 plus times that we've gone in the past year. Like, what's the deal with that? You know? Yeah, well, okay, food place or shop. I think a refill station is probably the best thing that they could put there. Maybe a tiny food stall or something. I don't know. Well, Hangtime open in June before that. Definitely before that. Think Memorial Day weekend, probably. So. No, we don't have a MySpace. I don't know. But... But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we didn't really talk too much about Hangtime itself. I mean, we talked about it for like 30 minutes or so, but, when Knott's is emptier... Would you stop? They have fewer...
I swear if that is Garrick, it's probably not Garrick.
When Knott's is emptier, they have fewer... Yeah, I know they have fewer, but... Like, I've only seen one open once. And that was the one next to La Papa Loca, and that was just the one. And I get that they don't have them open for slower days. It just sucks for those people that come... Like, even on, like, a Saturday in January, you know? They can't go to the refill station. So...
How many times did Hangtime just yesterday?
I was told that it did like 50 rotations yesterday, so that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I think we'll probably end it here because it's already been like an hour and 10 minutes or so. I wish we could have talked about Hangtime a little more, but I'm glad to be answering questions. I do think it's awesome that you guys are wanting our opinions on stuff. But yeah, I'm super excited for Hangtime. It was a fun podcast. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited for Hangtime, and hopefully we'll be able to ride it late April, maybe by May. You know, we'll at least get on it, and I will make sure the first day we can ride it to at least ride it twice, maybe even 3 times. And then I will put out like a review and everything as quick as I can, because I really want to let you guys know what it actually is like and how good of a ride it is. So, but yeah, it was awesome hanging out with you guys, and we will be back with our next podcast in 2 weeks' time on that Sunday. I don't know, what is that exact date, H, do you know? Because tomorrow is the 4th, right? On the 18th of March will be our next podcast. And I'm not sure what we're talking about next. It just depends on what comes up. Maybe Disney and all that stuff. But, oh, what ride do you think will get taken out next? I don't know. Probably Montezuma. Probably. But we won't know for a while. But yeah. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you on the next ride.